All right, back with Tim Stutzman, who is actually has taken over the Cougar Wrestling program that Mike Sanford was in charge of for many, many years, and his dad before him. And Tim, how you doing?
Good, thanks for having me on the show.
How'd you get involved with the Cougars?
Uh, Probably about 30 years ago, I started wrestling for Ed, Steve,
Yeah,
Pat, the whole
yeah.
family up. So I've known them my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't involved in wrestling after high school until last year. My son started wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I came up and helped out last year. And at the end of the season, the Sanford family asked me if I'd take over the program, and I accepted and have been running since.
Yeah. So how old were you when you first started out?
5 years old.
5 years old.
Yeah.
And then you went right through the progression of right into high school.
Yep, junior high, high school.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What was your weight class when you got older?
I graduated at 119.
119.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a nephew that wrestled in high school and here, and I mean he got to the point where he wanted to keep his weight down so he didn't go. I mean he was always dieting and watching his weight so he didn't go too high up.
Yeah.
You know, and he almost looked too skinny, but he did a good job and went on to be a pretty good wrestler. Him and J.J. Eaton and some of the other guys that were pretty popular doing that.
Yeah, I grew up watching JJ and all those guys.
Yeah, Mike Allshouse was my cousin,
Yep.
or nephew.
Yeah, I watched him wrestle probably 100 matches.
Is that right?
Yep.
I'll be darned.
So,
So, you do you have classes all year round, Tim?
yeah, we do. We are just finishing up our regular season. Actually, this Saturday and Sunday is our grade school state championship.
Okay.
That's in Youngstown. We have 2 boys wrestling in that. After that, we'll have our awards banquet next weekend, and then we'll get right into having open mats 1 day a week. It's absolutely free.
What's open mats mean?
It's similar to a practice, except for we're not in season, so it's not quite as structured and disciplined. We let them. That's when we want to get new recruits or new kids that maybe want to see if they like it.
Right.
Or the ones that have experience to come up and they can try learning more advanced moves without trying them in a match and having them fail. So they'll have the off season to learn them.
Do you believe in weightlifting and that sort of stuff for these kids?
I haven't promoted it at all. I've looked into it a little bit, and from what I'm gathering now, they're saying it's okay as long as they can lift their own body weight first and do a significant amount of like push-ups and stuff like that,
Right.
and then it would be okay, but not any kind of heavy weight.
Really?
Absolutely not, but maybe small dumbbells, I think, as long as they are already strong enough.
How many kids do you actually teach?
We had about 35 this season.
Is that good?
It's decent. I'd like to have a lot more. I think the more numbers we have, the better the competition we'll have in our mat room. And
Right.
you know, so,
You still meet at the Legion?
yeah, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Upstairs.
Yep, 5:15. Today is our last practice. Friday we're going down to Youngstown.
Right.
But we'll start having open mat in April. Our first open mat we're having April 8th at 5:15, and we're having a special guest come in and run our practice from Virginia. His youth team, he's been coaching for about 10 years.
Okay.
Finished 3rd in the state this year.
Uh-huh.
And he's a Conneaut native, Joe Hicks, and his
Joe
son
Hicks.
Bailey Hicks.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to come on and just a different atmosphere and a different feel for our kids, and maybe teach them something that we haven't done.
Good. I think it's a great program. I always have. I knew Ed very well, and I always thought it was a great program. Keeps the kids off the streets, keeps them busy. And what about the traveling for you? Probably obviously have a job, and how do you work that in?
I believe you only have time what you make time for,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very important to me. We do help a parent can't make it and their kid needs a ride, we help out.
Yeah.
As long as they're a little bit older, not the 5 and 6 year olds, but
Right.
maybe a few years older than that, we try to help out. We go to Madison 9 straight weeks, starting around December 1st and ending around February 1st.
Really?
Yep. And
Why Madison?
there's a league we're in called the North Coast Wrestling League.
Mm-hmm.
And we wrestle there. We'll do a dual meet against a different team in this area. It goes all the way to Perry, down to Madison, Geneva.
Mm-hmm.
There's, I believe, 12 teams in the league.
Okay.
And then we'll pair up, do a dual meet, and then the kids that aren't on the varsity team, they'll get several matches after that also. So that's our main wrestling is on Sundays, them 2 months.
Really? Wow. I think it's great that you got involved in this. I mean, it's not an easy undertaking. I find it hard to believe. When I was in high school, they started wrestling like in the 7th grade at the high school, or the junior high. And it might have even been mandatory. I can't remember now, but I was never any good at it. But there's a lot of guys that did get very good at it, and it became a very, very popular sport. I find it hard to believe that 5-year-olds, and
Yeah.
you were one of them. I mean, were you disciplined at that time?
Looking back, I'd have to say I was.
Really?
Yeah, I remember.
You wanted to do it?
I loved it. Every day.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I remember we were practicing over the row.
Yep.
Old mats, and I was probably the littlest kid on the team.
Yeah.
And it was great. We'd be doing 6 inches, and I'd sit there and hold it up, and remember watching all the bigger kids.
Yeah.
You know, we'd have to
You
do it till
really
I
liked
dropped.
it.
Yeah. We have a preschooler on our team this year, Dyson Jarena. He's 5 years old. He's more disciplined than half the team.
You're
he
kidding.
comes up there. He's just
He
got
wants
it.
to learn.
He loves it, and every day I'm watching him and I'm amazed that
He'll
how
probably
much
go
better he's
someplace.
I told his dad, I said, this kid looks like he's going to be the best wrestler ever.
Is that
And
right?
He really,
That young?
he's a big preschooler.
Yeah?
He is, he really looks like he has it. So,
No kidding.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to follow. What's his name again?
Dyson
Dyson.
Jarena, yeah.
Jarena. From Conneaut?
Yeah, from Conneaut.
I'll be darned.
And we have a whole slew of 5 and 6 year olds on the team. In fact, that's most of our team this year
Really?
is the young ones, and it's going to be fun watching them in the next few years as they get some experience.
Sure.
You know, and
Who are the 2 kids you're taking to, was it Youngstown?
yeah, Youngstown at the Cavelli Center. My son, Timmy Stutzman,
Yeah.
6 years old, 40-pound weight class.
40?
He's a second-year wrestler. He was in kindergarten last year, and he's really this year just clicked, and he's looking like
Took after the old man here.
he's looking like a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah?
Yeah, this last weekend we went to Boardman. I put him in 2 weight classes, just to kind of get him ready for this week, and he went 7-0 and brought home 2 first-place trophies.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You gotta be pretty proud of that.
Yeah, I was very proud.
Who's the other young man?
Amari Bowers. He is our, last few years, he's been our stud on the team. 4th grade, 10 years old, 60 pounds. He won the Madison League sectionals. He's gone down to state tournaments in the past, and this year he looks like he's ready. He took second in the district tournament, and could have definitely gone his way. He looked like he dominated the match, and he just ended up, it slipped away at the last second. But he's ready, and wouldn't be surprised if he's on top of the podium at the end.
Oh, that's amazing that young people like that. You can imagine what's going to happen and when they get up to be older, you know.
Yeah, and our job is to make them like it, or help them like it. You know, I don't want to burn them out. Try
Right.
to keep it fresh for them, mix it up.
That's important.
And yeah, I mean, if they quit wrestling before they get out of our program, then I failed them. I want them to still wrestle in 7th grade, and then from there get ready for the high school.
How long do you take them, Tim? Is there a cutoff date when they do outgrow Cougars, or can they go on into high school?
we welcome everyone to come up, especially Conneaut. We let them come up from other towns too. But to compete in Madison, it's up to 6th grade.
6th grade.
But we go to open tournaments, and a lot of them have Masters Division where you and I could wrestle in them.
No kidding.
Yeah, and I've encouraged the junior high team and high school team to come up and get an extra workout in. We have that mat room that the American Legion lets us use. It's huge. You know, it's amazing. We have that big of a mat room. So I try to encourage everyone to come up, especially for the open mats. These junior high and high schoolers. State champions are made in the summer. Everyone's working in the winter. All wrestlers are working in the winter. It's the ones that put it in the summer that get the advantage.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but we have kids coming up from Northwestern, from Ashtabula, Jefferson. So we welcome kids to come up and just get that extra time. They don't even have to be part of the Cougars. We just make the area stronger at the sport.
Do they pay for that?
No.
No?
No. We have a small fee for the team. $40. It's $20 if you have a second kid in it. And I mean, we spend quadruple that on each kid easy.
Yeah.
So it's just no. We want them to be successful. You know, we do fundraisers. We have a reverse raffle coming up. We're involved in a contest to win a grant for $2,500 through Play Positive, which is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. It basically, the more votes we get, the more likely we are to win it. Right now we are in 2nd place in the country. We've been going for about 2 weeks now, and there's about 3 weeks remaining before the deadline. I'd like to get as much support and as many votes as we can get as soon as possible and try and lock this thing up. It only takes about 3 or 4 minutes of your time, and it doesn't cost anybody anything. All it is you fill out a few questions, check your email address, and reply to their email. You just hit I verify that this is my email, and then it counts as a pledge towards us. We've been advertising it on our Facebook page on the Cougars, and we've been getting an amazing amount of support from the community. We went from dead last place when we started and skyrocketed it.
Really?
Right up. We were in 1st place, and the competition is just, you know, they see us, we took the lead, and it kind of made everyone else start pushing as well. So we got a nice race right now.
Now where do they go specifically to pull up this site?
The easiest way is to go to the Conneaut Cougar Wrestling Facebook page. We have direct links you can click on. Or if you don't have Facebook, you can go to www.playpositive.com/pledge, where it'll ask you the state. It's Ohio. Ask for the name of the organization. You should type in Conneaut Cougar Wrestling, or if you even start typing it in, it'll pop up. Click on that. It will take you to our personal page to pledge. It'll tell you what place we're in and a little bit about us. It'll ask you your name, your email address. You'll have to create a password. And then it'll ask you like what your favorite sport is. And you click pledge, and it's not done yet. It'll tell you you have one more step. You'll have to go to your actual email address. They'll have sent you an email from Play Positive. Open it up and just click I verify that this is me, and then your pledge counts towards us. We have close to 600 pledges right now.
Do you really?
Yep.
That's great. Let's take this call, Tim. Hi, you're on the air.
Good morning, Pat.
Hi.
I was calling in to wish my father, with Jim Thompson, a very, very happy 90th birthday today.
It's his birthday?
It is his birthday.
And he's 90 years young, eh?
He is.
Oh, happy birthday to Jim. He's a good man.
He is a very good man. We don't know what we do without him.
I know, he's a good fellow. Well, happy birthday to Jimmy.
Thank you so much.
All right, hon, take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, happy birthday to Jim Thompson out there. 90th birthday. Now, you got me completely confused on that, but I imagine once you get into it, it's easier than...
Yeah, it's very simple.
It's hard to explain that
Yep.
to people over the air, but it's not that hard, folks. So get them a vote, and you can win $2,500?
$2,500 to go right towards our program. If we win, I plan on putting it all into our mat room and,
Okay.
and turning it into the nicest mat room around this area.
That would help you out a lot then.
Yep.
Okay, well, I wish you well. I think that's a great thing. You also have a reverse raffle coming up, don't you?
Yes, May 2nd at the Conneaut American Legion, we're doing a reverse raffle. It's $25 a ticket that comes with catered dinner by Stacy Padilla, who did it last year.
Mm-hmm.
Open bar, chance at the main board, which is $1,500, and all the sideboards and everything on top of that.
Wow. Well, that's a good price, $25 too.
So, yeah.
Do you know what she's featuring for dinner that night?
Yeah, she's making stuffed shells instead of rigatoni this year.
My son's favorite. Will probably be there.
I think the two meats are going to be meatball and sausage.
Mm-hmm.
And some sort of potato and green
Yeah.
bean. And she makes these cupcakes that are out of this world. She stuffs them with, she fills them somehow. They're really good.
Really?
There's about 20 different varieties of cupcakes, so it'll be real nice.
Yeah, and what's the main board drawing for?
$1,500.
$1,500.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's May 2nd.
Yeah.
You might want to, if you don't have it with you today, you might send me an email or something on that so I can keep announcing it. Are tickets still available?
Yeah, there's a small amount of tickets still available.
I would be able to announce it here. Maybe
Okay.
get rid of those tickets for you too. Is that going to be upstairs or downstairs?
Downstairs.
Downstairs,
Yeah.
okay. That's good because that walk sometimes for the older people is not too easy to do anymore. But that's coming up. So before we let you go, Tim, I'm going to have you explain that contest again.
Mm-hmm.
But before we do that, there was a couple other questions I wanted to ask you about your program. Is there a certain time that you do sign-ups for new members to become members of the Cougars?
Yeah, we send home flyers with all the students in Conneaut around September, and
Okay.
we get rolling around October 1st. But as far as anyone wanting to participate in the free open mats, you can keep checking our Facebook page, or you can call me. My number is 440-812-1035. We'll go once a week from now until the start of the season. Doesn't cost anything, and just see if you like it.
Do you get some time off then after the season's over for yourself?
We're gonna take a week off.
Yeah, just a
Yeah.
week.
Yeah. So.
What about CLYO? Do you get involved with any?
Yeah. I coached my daughter in her t-ball and coach pitch. I coached some of her soccer teams.
Really?
Yep. Now, with my work schedule, they've been very flexible with me through wrestling season. I'm probably just be glad to help out anybody with those sports, but I'm probably not gonna run a team.
Well, it's tough, and it's tough. You know, when my son was coming up, it was tough to even be able to. You know, I worked a lot of evenings, and so it was kind of tough to be able to make the games just to watch them. You know, so it's time consuming and taking them back and forth and all that stuff. So you get your hands pretty well full. You know.
Yeah, we pretty much live down at CLYO in the summer.
Yeah,
so.
I know. I remember those days.
Yeah. And I'll have 3 kids in 3 different leagues.
Is that
this
right?
year, yeah. So coach pitch, t-ball, and little league softball. My daughter
Really?
was in, yeah.
How old's your daughter?
11.
11 years
About,
old.
well, she's about to turn 11 this
Yeah.
week. Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you're pretty busy. I don't know how you find time to sleep, to be honest with you. You just keep yourself busy and in shape, I imagine. I'm going to have you do it one more time on the contest, okay?
Yeah. Would it make it easier if I talked you through it?
I've tried that before.
Not very
It wasn't
successful.
successful.
Yeah.
I'm stupid with computers.
Well, if you go to the Conneaut Cougars Facebook page, there's several postings where we've updated it, and there's a direct link on there. Conneaut Cougar Wrestling. You just click the link, and it'll take you right to where you can pledge on our behalf, and it'll ask you a few questions: your name, your email address,
what your favorite sport is.
Yes, that's one of the questions, and then you'll go down and hit pledge, and it'll tell you that your pledge is not yet counted. You've got to go to your email that you gave them. They'll have just sent you an email a minute or two later, and just click there's a little blue box that says I verify this is my email address. You click that, and then the pledge counts.
Okay, that's easier there.
Yeah.
If you go to the link.
Yeah, the direct link through Facebook. While you're there, like the Cougars page, we will keep you posted on open mats, how our wrestlers are doing, pictures of the kids. There's a lot of stuff we put on there.
Tim, how long does this contest go? Like when Chris did one, Chris Breck, there was a deadline.
April 16th is the deadline.
So you got technically about 3 weeks left, huh?
Yes, about 3
About
weeks.
3. Almost exact. So a little more than 3. So is there a time, like his was over at midnight that night, and
I'm not
no?
sure of the time that it's over.
What about when will we know the results?
You can see it pretty much live as it goes.
Really?
I can get on there and see what place we're in.
Like his cut off.
Yeah.
His cut off the last night, and you couldn't see it. And I don't think we knew for like 2 or 3 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, we were pretty fortunate though. We 2 years in a row. I think we got $25,000.
Yeah, that's great. I know.
Yeah.
We all registered at my house every day. So.
Do you?
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. Before I let you go, you can register every day.
No, with this one, it's just a one-time deal. So you take 5 minutes, help out the Cougars,
And that's it?
That's it. That's
Okay.
it. You don't have to do it every day.
See, with Chris's, you could do it every day.
Encourage your spouses or your friends or your families. Ask them to take 5 minutes to do it. And it's a great cause. We got 35 kids, 5 through 12 years old, and they've busted their butts for 6 months up there, physically, you know.
And it's a great outlet for
They're
them.
good kids.
Yeah.
They're great kids. We got a great team. And we're clicking on all cylinders, so we appreciate all the support.
I wish you well, Tim. Anytime that you need to get the word out, please use this forum here. You're more than welcome to come back anytime.
All right.
And we'll utilize it here and be able to get the word out. And please let us know the outcome
I will.
of that, okay?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on.
Thank you, Tim, for coming in. It's great meeting you.